You know, you're comparing Titleist to Titleist, so the differences are less dramatic. When you're going against competitors, sometimes you're seeing a really, really big difference. That was 63.
What?
18.5, 63.
Wait, no way. That was 6,300 RPMs. What?
I would call the fitting that I had at Titleist situational fitting. So you do your normal stuff that you do, all based around the 3Ds, but then we walked over to a plot of grass that was essentially like this kind of wispy rough off to the side of the range. And they really wanted me to show the new grooves, which is, in my opinion, the hero of this story as far as the new tech that they built into this thing. So when I say situational fitting, these guys take you all over the place to make sure that this iron or these irons perform everywhere that you might find on a golf course. It's how do I put 14 clubs in your bag that are going to allow you to go on the golf course, control your golf ball, and shoot the lowest scores of your life.
With any great iron fitting or iron launch or iron anything,
Yeah.
do they perform out of the rough? And on tour, out of the rough, a lot of it is obviously turf interaction. I'm moving your ball again, sorry. And then a lot of it's spin retention.
Yes.
You're staying in a spin window. So
Yes.
typically out of the rough, it's not going to overspin, it's going to knuckle.
Yes.
Now, do you believe that that's a combination of the golf ball and the iron, or is it all the grooves? Or in your professional opinion, what do you think it is?
Well,
It's going to make that shot efficient.
I had a different opinion,
Okay.
and then these irons came out,
And then you have a new opinion.
and now it's really proving that the grooves are making a massive impact between the two.
Deeper grooves, Marnie?
This way, the sidewalls are steeper.
Okay.
So it's a more aggressive groove design, and also how we describe it. So the upper edge radii are a little bit tighter,
Okay.
and the sidewalls are a little bit steeper. So we were more in a V,
A V groove, yeah.
and now you kind of open up the bottom.
So it gives you like kind of a U-ish
almost yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we test all the time here with Pro V1, Pro V1X, Left Dash, our premium products.
Right.
So for the average player, if you're playing something that doesn't spin as much, obviously that's going to exacerbate what you have going on. So to
Right.
answer your question, is it golf ball or grooves? It's a combination. It's just our testing ground. The variable of golf ball doesn't change.
But with these new irons, the grooves came in a little stronger than they normally do.
Significantly different out of the rough.
Okay, good to know.
So let's hit, I've got a prior generation AP2.
Okay. With a brand new grip. And we're gonna hit.
Not slick at all.
We're gonna hit this.
These are both 7 irons.
It's not gonna go anywhere. It came out really slow, but
That's okay.
should I do that whole thing again where I?
What do you guess the spin is on that last one?
I would say if I was gonna guess on that last shot, it's probably the high 4,000s.
4250.
Low 4,000s. That was my second guess.
The tell here is you're always into the wind.
Right.
So if it looks really good, it's not spinning enough.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like that looks really good. So there's no chance that's above 5,000. If not,
Almost one in. No, that's that. I'd say that's probably lower than the last one.
by how much?
200.
33.
That was 3,300 spin.
Yeah, you see how much further it went?
So I'm losing 3,500 RPMs of spin out of the rough.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's why I'm not an engineer.
So a quality shot, so like if we get performance gains out of here, this will be spinning somewhere in the high 4,000s, low 5,000s, right?
Maybe more. And the other thing to consider is not only would the spin hopefully be more, but it'll be tighter.
Okay. Wow. What kind of differences are you seeing like as you're doing this test with people?
Some people, you know, you're comparing Titleist to Titleist, so
Right.
the differences are less dramatic. When you're going against competitors, sometimes you're seeing a really, really big difference. That was 63.
What?
18.5, 63.
Wait, no way. That was 6,300 RPMs? What?
It's pretty cool. So now your low side was 42 on the pole, and now you're almost to the same spin rate that you had with the 7-iron off the fairway.
I was going to say, that's a good number off of the fairway. I'd be curious to see what that was like. Top of the face.
56.
Get out of here. Hit that up here.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more. That's weird. I've never seen that before.
It's interesting.
That 6,300 number really freaks me out.
You want to get really US Open?
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Marnie, as far as like the changes that you made, how big of a change for the grooves was it?
It's pretty big.
Like huge.
Especially for better players who, you know, are really looking for something different from this first cut.
Right.
Like less guesswork, right?
Oh my God.
You know, what did players deal with all last week with the rain? And those golf balls were going all over the place.
What'd that ball spin at, like 2,000?
49.
No. With water on it?
Yeah.
Just with a groove change. How dissimilar from the grooves on the wedges are these? Obviously quite a bit, right?
They're more similar.
More similar.
They're more similar, but they're not quite as aggressive as a spin mill. But you're approaching that.
That's going to be really nice.
Boy, that got out there too. 55?
5,000.
Which a quality shot out of rough like that with a 7-iron, anything over, I mean, let's be honest, like anything over 4,000 is a pretty good shot.
And a morning tee time where you got dew on the golf ball, you got dew on the greens. Now you've got more spin on the green where the water's going to kill it, and you got more spin on the ball where the water's going to kill it.
Right.
That one didn't have any water on it, but that was beautiful ball flight.
5,500, 5,200.
53.
Good stuff. That's wild. Okay.
Pretty cool.
I never seen that before. That's a new one.
That's why we wanted to show you.
New knowledge unlocked.
We've done that in every iron model has progressive.
So that's
long irons.
So the short irons in these ones.
Mid and short, yeah. There's a split in the mid iron. So the T100 is a 7-iron on down.
On the 4 on the wedge.
On the wedge.
Have these grooves. And then the other ones have probably a little flatter grooves.
Yeah, it has a V groove that
Yeah.
we were talking about before.
Because you don't need the.
Yeah,
you
there
get
you
the
can actually
CGs lower
potentially
and-
get too much spin from a
Right.
groove in wet and or conditions like this. So the other groove works on that end of the set.
You guys really think everything, don't you? That was impressive, boys.
That was fun.
I've never seen that before.
That was fun.
You don't get 6,000 RPMs out of the rough with a 7-iron. It doesn't have, like, it's not a thing.